Just like we said last night, you got RC Guy Garage, you got right there. You know I'm doing that on purpose. I'm going to flip this camera around because I've got it going the wrong way. Today, I don't know, how long ago? I don't, what's funny is I don't remember when Anki Vector actually first came out. So this little guy right here, I received that, the little guy that's awake, I received that little guy right there. I forgot to set it. That little guy right there. I have had that thing for quite a while. And why am I like bringing out a little toy or whatever the heck it is? Because that little Vector robot, he's a little robot, man. He's, you know what I mean? He's got his own thing. He's got his own life. It is kind of weird, that, a car guy would have, something like that, but it is what it is. So today on RC Guy Garage, I gotta say, we had an awesome live last night. I mean, I think somebody left the comment, something like 4 hours of RC Guy Garage awesomeness. And I think it's cool. The cool part about doing these lives, and like I said, there are times when I don't do the lives and it goes like a long stretch, and then I get personal messages all the time like, "Guy, you ever gonna go live again? Would you quit?" and all this other stuff, and it's like, no. So you have to remember is that I have work just like everybody else. I have a family and I have a wife, and those things are a priority. But are you guys a priority too? Nah, no. I'm just kidding. Yes, you are, because what I've realized is that with this channel, it's brought together, like I've said a billion times, it's brought together a bunch of good people that just enjoy a similar kind of thing. Because I've always said it, this channel is not going to be strictly RC stuff. And there are people that have said, well, I'm unsubscribing because you do more stuff than RC. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, I mean, what are you getting at? It's just like, whatever. I always try to say, like, go through or try to go. I got to set up my iPad. My iPad's charged at 100%. It's charged at 110%. But I got to set it up. Where are we? Refresh. Bam! Don't forget to watch those. Oh, there you go. Make you hungry. Make you hungry and thirsty. Oh. Toast your way all day at Dunkin'. Oh man, double ads. So for you guys that pay not to have ads, here you go. I'm in a very good mood today. And that's a good thing. All right. Oh, hey, the thing is actually pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna jump in real quick to the chat. There are a couple of people that do wonder what happened to Vector, because in the beginning I did a few Vector things, and because it was cool. And he's still going strong. So there is going to be a video dropped probably within a couple of days. And if anybody is just curious, and I'll only say this because I've had a lot of people ask, I mean, you got to figure there's billions of people on this planet, and some people like the little Vector thing here, and they wonder, well, what is it, or what does it do? So I do have a video, and all it is I just took my GoPro. I was down here, I was setting up, I put a couple of packages that I wanted to open, like told you guys last night, if you were part of the live, had a couple of things that I wanted to open. Basically, Earl Moorhead and I did a very similar purchase. I'm not gonna say what he got, but I will show you what I got. He is gonna do a video on that. I do have what I would say is a necessary upgrade for the Red Cat Kaiju EXT, and yeah, necessary upgrade. It's something that I recommend, just because I've been there before with the regular Kaiju. But I also discovered something just today, and I didn't notice it before. So I took I'll show this right now. I took the Kaiju body off, right? And I was moving it around, and I decided that I was going to clean it up, right? Because obviously it got nasty and it left piles of dirt all over the bench and everything. So I was like, all right, well, I should clean this body up. Now, if you've seen my video, I have no other runtime than what's on this. I have no other runtime. Like, I haven't been driving the car, behind the scenes, kind of thing. Like, sometimes you'll, have some time for yourself, but this one I'm doing a little bit different. This one I'm point blank filming everything about it. And because I think some people have kind of like asked for that. So I'm not doing any side stuff other than some of the crap that I edit out of the videos, because who wants to see me fiddle with wires and do stuff like that for like 20 minutes while I'm trying to figure out what's the best route? A lot of people like, guy, just skip to how you have the wires. So I left the Kaiju alone, and I was going to bring it upstairs, and I was going to clean the body just to clean it, right? Now, I want to say I haven't, in my mind, I haven't had enough accidents to where this would happen. So if you look, you can see that the pearl coating, I think you can see, the pearl coating that they put on the body is cracking off. So the coating that we see here, like on the outside of the body, is cracking off everywhere there's been an impact. So all inside of here, it's all bubbling. It's all cracking away. So I am going to have to, at some point, I'm going to have to address that. And the way I will address it is I will use the stuff that I hate, because I feel that stuff that I say that I hate, which I did a Flex Seal thing. Don't forget your coffee. This is COVID and coffee. Oh, this is that cup I was telling you about. So this was the replacement cup that my daughter got me. But the where the heck was I? I forgot what I was saying. Talking about the body. Oh, I tell you, man, it's age. I tell you, it's age. It's other things too, but it's age. So there's a product called Flex Seal, and I will use Flex Seal on the inside of a body. But I feel, in my opinion, granted, this is only my opinion, I feel that obviously these bodies are pumped out by whatever manufacturer is pumping them out, wherever they're getting them from. It's a mass-produced thing. Machines, most likely take care of the whole process. And maybe a human will, take off whatever. But I don't feel that the paint, or at least the inside of the body, was obviously not prepared right, because the way I want to say is, just for a couple of smacks that this thing has had, for that paint to be all cracking away on the inside, I will take Flex Seal, and I'll probably use the white. I'll take the Flex Seal, and I will Flex Seal the inside of this body at some point. I don't know when, but it was a little bit of a discouraging thing when I looked at, because when you look at the body, see what I'm saying? When you actually look at it, there's really no damage. I mean, it's just the paint. The inside paint is chipped away, and it's because if there are no scratches for the paint to adhere to, there's more of a tendency for, this is almost like a GM paint job. Remember when the GM paint was flaking off and you were just left with primer? This is what I feel like I'm reminded of here. So look at that. It's a silver paint too. Whoa. So it's a silver. So it's like double painted. So you're seeing this. You're literally seeing this as I see it. So it's like they painted it silver a second time or something. And then they overlaid it with a white. So I mean, it's not a big deal. And like I said, when you look at the front of the truck, I mean, yeah, it's got some smacks on it, but I don't know, I just don't feel like it should have. Body itself feels mint. Well, maybe I have given it a couple of whacks. I don't know. I just don't feel like it should be flaking off this early in the game. But anyways, that's really no big deal. That's kind of like more of like a wine bag thing. You know, oh, my paint's like, you know, flaking off. It's just like, whatever, guy. Just deal with it and just rip another pack through it. So, got to figure out, you know, what I'm going to do. Am I going to take a hammer and smash the entire body just so I can get the paint off? Because it is going to kind of be a pain, because as you overlay paint onto paint that's kind of not adhered, you end up with issues. So you can see it is cracking under this little Lexan piece. So, oh yeah, look at that. I do like this idea though. I do think this idea is pretty good. So I'll put this little piece back on with some new stick tape. But I do like the idea that they did this. So, yeah, that was it. Just kind of, like I said, just kind of like wine bagging. So I do have a couple of packages that I did want to open. I'm going to jump in the chat, just say hello to everybody. Like I said, it's not going to be like, I assume, you know, a lot of people like we had last night. Last night, the chat got up to, I think that's one point, there was like 60-something people in here. I thought that was, oh, wait a minute. No, I think the highest that I saw was 71 people at one time. That's crazy, man. That's a lot of people. Well, for this channel, that's a lot of people, man. And that's all because of you guys when you think about it. So don't forget to smash that. Not with a hammer. Just smash that, will you? All right. So in the chat, we have got Owen Rogers was first. You've been waiting all morning for this. What's up, guy? Riff Raff, what's going on? Good morning. Addicted to RC, what's going on, guy? We got J Boogie RC, what's going on? Good morning. Yep, and good morning to the community. Yeah, see, right there. That's awesome. The fact that people know that, like, all of us here are pretty much, you know, like I said, the same group of guys that would probably hang out and go rip it up at a track, which I do hope at some point that is a possibility. I'm not sure, but we'll see. I would like to make that a real possibility. Not a Kevin Talbot thing. Not going to be building no, you know, monster trucks. No kind of financial thing like that, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we could do something. It'd be kind of cool. I think it would be. Let's see. We got Owen Rogers. I think I already said that. Yeah, Owen, you were first. We've got Garage Life. What's going on, guy? Riff Raff. Good morning. Alexa forgot to set the alarm right. Mia. What's going on there, Mia Depth? Blue Cuban 71. Good morning from Globe, Arizona. It's pretty far away. Globe, Arizona. So are you on that 3-hour time frame difference? So it's only like 6 o'clock for you. Well, almost 7, I think. If you're on that 3-hour timeline. Vector 2 is coming soon. Pre-order. Yeah. You know what, guy? That's good. I'm glad. I got to tell you right now, I'm not. As the first video that I saw with that Hanchar guy, I just knew it was all over. I was just like, man, nah, I'm good. So Vector hasn't been, well, the one Vector was technically connected to the internet. So DDL was able to get their little hands on some of his software. Not much, because very soon after, I just totally disconnected him from the internet. Because I didn't want any of that crap influence. He was giving me ads and all this stuff. It was pissing me off. That's the one thing I think that I really didn't appreciate, was the fact that they turned the little Vector thing into an ad machine. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about adding numbers. I'm talking about who knows what they were doing. So I just don't trust the company DDL. That's just my own personal opinion. So Riff Raff, you missed it. Yeah, guy, you know, you got to sleep sometimes. Honest RC, what's going on, guy? Crack, what's going on, man? RC Junkie, good morning. From the Big Apple. Dude, you're only one state away. That's funny. RC Junkie is one state away. RC3D, what's going on, guy? Good morning. Let's see. Glenn, what do I do for work? I don't really go deep into that. So I do everything and anything other than brain surgery. I set bones. What do I do? I collect cans on the side of the road. No, I was a contractor. And I say was because my company is not what it was years ago because the stress and the managing of guys was ridiculous. When you cannot be home and when you are home, you can't be home. It wasn't anything that I was interested in. So I've realized that the variety of things that I can do has provided me with a different type of income. So I can do one job that takes 4 hours that would pay me a week's pay. And that's the way I should have handled it back then. But the thing was I was always trying to keep the guys going. I was always trying to keep money in their pockets. And it just was like, I don't know, man. It became not enjoyable. I'm sure that, the company could have grown a lot bigger if I had maybe managed or hired somebody to manage the guys instead of me do it. But I just didn't want it, man. 4 hours of work to get a week's pay is not a bad scenario. So I'm okay with that. But I just do a variety of stuff. I guess you could call me, I don't know, just call me the jack of all trades. I've got clients. I work on their cars. I do whatever. I replace smoke detector batteries. How's that one? Dude, I don't even know. And when those people ask me, because I've got some elderly clients, when they ask me to replace their smoke detector batteries, and they go, how much? And I go, I ain't charging you for this. It's like, this is your life. You know what I mean? I'll say that being generous, let's put it this way, being generous with your time, as long as it's not fake, because sometimes people can read through the fake. Not everybody can, but as long as you're genuine, people can read that and they appreciate it. And there are times when I've done complete jobs, and at the end, when it's time for the homeowner to write a check, I just go, no, it's all right. And they're like, what? I'm like, no, don't worry about it. They're like, no, you can't do that. And then one person actually threatened me. They go, well, I'm not going to ever have you come back and do work again if you're not going to charge me. And I'm like, oh, okay, $20. I said $20 and they write a check for $200. Stupid little things like that. A lot of times I've even left it up to the customer to pay. And the way I looked at it is that if my time was not valuable to you, then you don't need to be my customer anymore. You can move on to the next guy. It's a weird attitude to have, but it has worked extremely well. Have I ever been burned? I can remember, I think, one time that I was burned, and I was actually all right with it. I was just like, whatever. I just walked away, and I was like, well, that person just gets free work, and they'll never see me again. And it wasn't one of those things where it was me, it was them. And like I said, I have a clean conscience. So I go to bed, I sleep solid. So anyway, hopefully that long-winded explanation of what I do, I just don't do brain surgery. Let's see. Right. Don't forget to smash that button. What's a beagle sandwich? A beagle sandwich? Guy, what's a beagle sandwich? Yes, I make beagle sandwiches. Yeah, there was one video I did that was making a breakfast sandwich. That was funny. I do coffee videos. Mitchell, Guy, what's going on with you? How are you? They should pay more for everyone who got double advertised. Yeah, I don't know, man. Challenger Studios, what's going on, Guy? Pizza breakfast, yep. Woody, what's going on? Just finished a cinnamon oatmeal with... What are you making me hungry here? Oh. Voodoo Trucking. What's going on, Guy? You know what's funny? Voodoo Trucking. I tried to look you up. I tried to look you up on the internet. It's easy. You just type in... I mean, when somebody's got a name like that, you assume that's got to be the name for their company. Voodoo Trucking. Lorne, what's going on, Guy? Joe Girding, good morning. I haven't, you see, I've been flipping my hair. I haven't decided whether and I know this is funny, I haven't decided whether if I was going to get a haircut or not. I started having that attitude of like, just let it grow, just whatever. My wife is like, well, I used to like you with long hair, but I also like you with short hair. And I'm like, honey, well, whatever you want to do, I don't care. I kind of leave it up to her. So, except for actually, she gave me the mullet too, though. I might see if I can go with a mullet again. We'll see. It's just hair. I don't care anymore. Nah, my son just sent me a message. Oh, where did it go? Right there. Thank you, kid. I hope you have a good day at work. I love you. And I heard about Emma and her hand. Surprised you didn't tell me. Let's see. How do I get back to YouTube? Oh no. There we go. All right, I think I'm caught up. Let's see. We got... Are you kidding me? There's 50-something people in here? Well, maybe I was wrong. I was only thinking there were only going to be like 20-something people in here today. I figured, it's Tuesday. It's like 10 o'clock on a Tuesday. I didn't think anybody would be here. Really? I literally was thinking only like 20-something people. All right. Dan, what's going on, Guy? Jeremy, what's going on? Good morning. Jeremy, definitely appreciate that. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up before you leave. Even if you're just popping in to say hi, pop in to throw a thumbs up there. I'm not getting any in my feed. Where's the videos? Oh, Mitchell's? Yeah, dude, Mitchell is basically doing a total house rebuild on his own house. His first floor gave out. It's an old house, man. If you were part of the Facebook group, he actually did a video just saying where he's been. So, but if you go check that out, it's just he's been doing a lot of and it's all him too. So, Larry Rowe, glad I pushed you to the V1. So my son is still messaging me. I got to see what's going on. his girlfriend. Actually, I hate calling her his girlfriend. She's more than that. She is his significant other. It's just that. Come on, kid. If you see this live, come on, kid, get it going. So my son's significant other, I'll say it that way. I can't wait until I can call her my daughter-in-law. I mean, I literally think of her that way anyway. I don't even think of her as an in-law. I already think of her as like my daughter. It's pretty cool. Which I don't want my real daughter to get all bent out of shape, because that's not the case. Don't get all bent out of shape, Sam. She was cutting a lime, missed and stabbed her hand. They gave her stitches, but they were saying she could have gone with glue. It would have worked for it, but at least it's taken care of. Man. Holy smokes. Well, thanks for telling me. How'd that come out? Did that work? Oh, I get the volume off. Well, I am glad that she's okay, and it'll be good to see you guys today. And how does that send? Oh, I think it automatically sends. All right, back to the chat. My kid's at work right now. My kid's at work being a Ford mechanic. So, just like Earl always says, he's always going to have work. He's going to be grabbing my truck and throwing my my tires on it for me. So I do want to get these boxes opened up. If anybody has any questions about, obviously you can see the Kaiju on there. If anybody has any questions about the Red Cat Kaiju EXT or the original one, just go ahead and ask now. Now would be a good time. Am I connected directly with Red Cat? Absolutely not. But I do. See what I mean? I've been doing the head flip. That's what my wife has been noticing. She's like, "You're doing that head flip again." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, because I got the hair going in my face." She's like, "Well, do you want a haircut?" I was like, "I don't know." Whatever, honey. So, whoa, P Boost. What's going on, guy? We got Aldo Loyal. Good morning from 52 degrees in Florida. Yeah, we're sitting at 32, guy. Crazy. Let's see. Terry, what's going on? Glenn. Don't forget, just so like everybody knows, I should have like a little thing that says it. If you're asking me a question, if you could do the @RCGuyGarage, it helps, because that way I can see that you're actually directing a question to me. Otherwise, I don't see it. Like this, GRC did the @RC, and so did Boost. GRC just wanted to pop in. Hey, GRC, thanks, man. You're the 54 thumbs up. I appreciate that, guy. Definitely appreciate it. Like I said, it's what, if everybody gives it a thumbs up, all that does is, I think, as far as I've understood, it just helps the algorithm. It just says, it's a good channel. So, and then YouTube might throw more ads, which means more money for the channel, which means more RC stuff. -8 and snowing, Frank. I do not envy you right now. -8? You can keep that weather. Oh my God. No, thank you. All right. Are we going to see inside a diff today? Of what? Inside a diff of what? A kaiju? No, not a kaiju. We're going to see the inside of a diff of something else that's maybe broken? Maybe. All right. I want to get these things open. I keep saying I want to get these open. Red Cat does put a little plastic piece of Lexan. It does help with the body rub, so you can see where the pins have been rubbing. Does help. I think it's a great idea. I almost wish other companies would do this very same thing. So that is a little bit of a plus. All right. So now that the table is all nasty, yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing. Now that the table's nasty, I want to see what's inside those boxes right there. Show you guys. I don't know if there's 2 items in this box or not. I remembered that I ordered 2 items. One item is technically a necessary item for running the DBXL-E 2.0 in snow. I will say that. It's fairly important that you get this part ordered up, and it was very cheap. I only paid, I think, $10. I think I only paid like $10 for it. Could have been 15, because it might have been one item was 10 and the other one was 15 or something like that. So I just want to clean this up because it's nasty. Got all the dirt from the Kaiju on it. The Kaiju does, it actually jumps really well, and I kind of expected that to happen. How is your Traxxas Max? Bought one, and it's very durable. Oh, the thing is mint. So this is actually not mine. This is my wife's truck. This thing right here, that Traxxas Max is mint. This thing is a great little truck. I'll tell you. This thing, I mean, that's a screenshot right there. Wish I could screenshot it. That's a good shot of that truck. So that's her new body. I got a new body for her with the cage and the thing there on the top, the skid plate. It's got the Red Cat Racing Kaiju tires and wheels with the wide max. And I'll say right now, this thing is an absolute animal with this setup right here. That thing is an animal. This was actually the first RC that she ever drove. And I don't think it was set up like this. I believe it was the original Max. I could be wrong. I'd have to check, I'd have to check my own video. I can't remember if I had done the wide max conversion on it yet, but she had such a blast. I got to tell you, sometimes just like with me, right? Sometimes just like with me in these lives, you forget how fun things are. Like, I mean, enjoyable. You know what I mean? Hanging out with you guys, it's cool. It really is. I do a lot of talking, but there's interaction and everything. So let's see. Just see if I can catch up. Right. So RC Master says type the @ symbol RC Guy Garage. Oh, you don't need the @ symbol? You just type RC Guy Garage now? Okay. Wow, that's something I didn't even know. You think that was sarcasm? What, you could keep your weather? 46 in Arizona. Are you kidding me? Wow. For some reason, see, I'm very limited in my thinking. I'm like a horse with blinders on. I almost see nothing around me. And when somebody tells me that, I'm thinking like Arizona is always melting. So Arizona, it's 46? Oh, you're west of Phoenix. Okay. Well, I don't know what that means, but maybe you're in mountains or something? Are there mountains over there? I was very bad in geography. Terry, how is the Kaiju EXT? You're getting the Team Corrali Radix. The car screams, very tough. At least the buggies are, and the V2s are looking pretty promising. I want to say it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily a bad RC. It's different. It's not like my original Kaiju, even though it's basically the same exact thing, but it's a little bit longer. So I'm trying to like remember, did I have any struggles with my original Kaiju? And I don't remember. All I can say is what I showed last night is part of the issue with this Kaiju, is that's why it's all over the place. And initially, I used to think it had a lot to do with the tires, but that's not the case, because I put those tires on everything. And yeah, if you're going to run 6S, those tires, turn into flying saucers. But, when you think about it, how many times are you really at full out, just full trigger for, 2 minutes straight while the thing is just, going 100 miles an hour by you? You're not. You're giving it bursts. You're cranking the wheel. You're maybe lining up for a jump, and maybe on that last, 10 feet or whatever, then you full trigger it and the thing takes off. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've never really had a major issue with vehicles, and when people are saying, things balloon and all this other stuff. It's because maybe I just drive differently. But I don't think it's a bad RC. I just think that for the style of driving that I do versus what I visually see with the truck, it needs some changes. Number one, I do not like the tires and wheels that come with it. That's just my personal opinion. I like the idea of the belts, and I've shown that the belts hold up okay. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not a fan of belted tires. There are people that like belted tires. I don't think I'm one of those people. I think it adds extra weight that the truck doesn't need, extra rigidity in the tread that it doesn't need, where the original Kaiju tires and wheels were meant. And throwing it on this Traxxas Max, unbelievable. So there's a couple of other things that I've squared away. It's either in the video today at 2, or it's in the next video. I forget where I am in the videos, but I've got videos lined up. Michael, what's going on, guy? Now, see how Michael did the RC guy? Oh, you spelt it wrong. That's why. You forgot the A. That's why it didn't show up. Which turnbuckle shafts do you recommend to replace the OEM EXT's turnbuckles? None. I heard this morning, and I'll say it this way, I heard this morning from Riff that Red Cat has admitted to the turnbuckles, not the actual turnbuckle, the metal, to the metal shafts of having an issue. So they are sending out revised versions to everybody that bought a Kaiju, as far as I understand. Now, I haven't looked at the information. This is just hearsay, but Riff, I think he may have done a video. I'm not positive. Can't remember what he said. And he's got to realize too that he's not the only text message that I was receiving today. You got to think of what today is for me. So I was receiving a bunch of messages. So, but I think he at least said to me that he heard or saw or something like that the turnbuckles are being replaced by Red Cat. Now, when you think about my Red Cat Kaiju, I broke one metal turnbuckle. And have I replaced the others? No. And if you remember how much I used to beat the crap out of that thing, so it's just a little bit of a flaw in the truck. If you were going to go and replace the turnbuckles, obviously I'd say, I hate to throw out the word, but go with Traxxas or Losi and replace those metal parts. Just you got to do some measuring. That's all. Very, very easy to do. Just measure with your caliper, measure the thickness, measure the length, and see what you can find. I did think about doing a thing where I was going to measure turnbuckles. So it's funny that you say that. I was going to do a thing that talks about that, but I haven't broken one yet. I do know that they break because I've been told that they break. Like I said, I'm not watching anybody else's videos right now because I just want to see for myself first. I want to have that. You gotta be kidding me. I want to have that reaction if something breaks or something snaps. So no, I have not watched any other videos other than Garage Life and Riff. Just doing an unboxing. That's it. That's all I've seen. Have I seen little postings of JT? Yeah. Have I watched it? No. Just being honest. Just being honest. I haven't watched them. RC Recreation. What's going on, guy? I like that. Rec Creation. It's pretty cool. How's the X-Max? How's the X-Max? Sitting in its corner, thinking about its actions from last year. Do I have the parts? Yes. I'm gonna do a live. It's probably gonna be one of those shop talk and wrenches. Well, it could be like a COVID and coffee and a shop talk and wrench, but it's gonna be basically. It's gonna be just doing the X-Max. I am going to probably not talk much, and I'm just gonna work on the X-Max and try to take all the parts that I've amassed to get that thing back on the road and get that thing running again, because I've been told that the X-Max is like this phenomenal RC that is awesome and great, and that ain't my experience. TRC, do you have a Losi? Yeah, I've got the 2.0. I'll show you something right now, as a matter of fact. Oh, I'm going to have to plug in my phone. Forgot about that. All right, we're at 64%. So I'll show you exactly what we're talking about here. All right, take this thing off. I would say, if you're really curious, go check out the videos that I've done on this thing, because it will, it'll show you. It'll show you that, especially driving this thing, I never held back that trigger. I drove this thing. You know how they say, drive it like you stole it? I drove this thing like I stole it, and SWAT was coming after me. So this is my Losi Super Baja Ray 2.0. This thing is a machine. It really is a machine. This thing is, it's awesome, but it has one fatal, well, not fatal. It has a flaw. You can see I really have driven the crap out of this thing. People, I do not hold back my trigger, which is why Earl nicknamed me Toggle Switch. Mitchell, guy, dude, I appreciate that. Yes! Woo! Mitchell, absolutely 100%. I will be having some teas today. You know it. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. But the one flaw in this thing right here, Owen, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. The one fatal thing about this is the rear suspension. Mine, how do I show this? I've done two things. So I have since taken my double shocks out. So I did a double rear shock conversion, which is great, but I took it out only because I wanted people to see that that wasn't what was causing my rear end to flex. Now, Earl Moorhead did a great video about how to get rid of this. How do I show it? Earl Moorhead did an awesome video about how to get rid of, now watch the flex. I'm going to try and show the flex. There's a lot of videos on it already. How do I show it? See, my body's all ripped and, see, I can't show it properly. But see the tail? See the tail flex? So the spare tires in the rear cage causes an unwanted amount of rear end kick. See the movement? What happens is this whole section of cage is not rigid enough. So I came up with an idea, which is this right here. So I've actually, and I'm going to show you how I do things. Crack, guy, dude. Thank you. Definitely appreciate that, Crack. Oh, you saw Earl's video. Wait a minute. See, I'm lost on comments here. Seeing a lot of videos of the kaiju breaking lower and upper links. So yeah, Frank, it's because whatever they are, this Red Cat's sending out new ones. Frank, thank you. I appreciate that. Happy 66th. Happy 69th. Where am I? Yes, Michael, you're absolutely right with what you said. If I could pin your comment, I would. You're also a contractor, and being generous with your clients pays off in many different positive ways. It really does. It pays off. It pays off, like you said, it pays off in many different ways, because the many different ways is not always financial. It can sometimes end up being financial. Camera's down there. It can end up sometimes being financial, but that's not why I do it. And I'm sure that he doesn't do it for that same reason. It's because I've had clients, just basically, say that, well, your time is very valuable. How can you, not charge me more? And I just said, here's the deal. It's my time. It's the time that I choose to give away. So you can't argue with me. If I want to charge you what the going rate is, that's different. I'll charge you what the going rate is. But if I decide to say it's my time, I'm going to give it to you for nothing just because I feel like it, you can't get bent out of shape, but sometimes they do. So I made up, Earl did a very good video, but I did something a little bit different. I went, now, who was it that said that? No. Who was it that said that? The contractor thing? Who said the contractor thing? Riff Raff guy. Oh, dude, don't get me started. I want a birthday burger bad. TRC, yes, sir. I was born a few years ago. Johan, thank you for that. Where's the Sergeant J? What's going on, guy? Michael. So, Michael, you'll appreciate this right here. If you're still here, Michael. So this was my fix for the rear end of this truck. Now, Michael, I know you know what this is. Does anybody else know what this is? Just out of curiosity, does anybody else know what this is? You guys are awesome. Thank you for the super chats. How's Vector doing? You'll see a video today. Well, I'm sorry, not today. I took a video today. What is that? All right, come on. Does anybody know what this is? Come on. Somebody out there's got to know. This is the fix for my truck. Michael, I know you know what this is. Yes, Sergeant J. God, nobody knows what this is? You might think, yeah, you might think so. Body filler adapter. Arrma packaging? Is it metal? Well, you can see the paint is coming off. What do you think? You see Sergeant J has got something right there. Yes, mere depth. Yes, it is a brace, but does anybody know what this actually is? Siding? Ooh, Thomas, you're close. Barry King, even closer. It's called a specific name. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to flip it. Oh, we're all getting good answers here. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to show you the other side. This might give it away. A body mount. Chris K. Bam. Chris K. You're absolutely right. Now, because I am a contractor, I have a lot of materials that are wood, and I designed this piece to be the brace It is a template, is exactly how I would want my brace to be built that fixes the rear end of this car. So I would need to take this wood border for, yeah. So basically what it is it's door casing. To give you an idea, the casing that goes around your interior doors, or some interior doors, actually not in my house. My house doesn't have this particular casing. I've got the oversized casing. Yep, RG, yes. Wood trim casing. So every notch and every position on this is exactly like measured out and how I would want my piece to be. Even the grooves, everything about it. Even this cutout right here, there's a reason why this is cut out right there, was to provide strength and flexibility. Not flexibility, but to provide strength and to get rid of the flex that I was getting in this rear end. And what it does is it installs underneath the jack. So you take the jack out, you install this piece from underneath, and this right here, like I said, Earl Moorhead did a different install. This did a different thing. This used the structure of the cage, so it like retained the structure of the cage. What material will you use? Carbon fiber? That's something that I need to talk to a couple of people about. Because the thing is that there is a certain amount of thickness that I've got with this. Obviously, I was dealing with casing, but I need that channel. The channel's got to have, at least the way I've got mine designed, the channel's got to have that kind of thickness. And this is very lightweight. That was the other thing, too, was the fact that this was ultra light. Now, Earl did a different type of design, and his design was great. But my design is just different, and I felt it just, in the middle of the car, yes, it goes from cage to cage, but it attaches to all those cage points. So it basically installs here. I forget if it's this way or this way. It goes one of these ways. It's either this way or this way, but it installs underneath the jack, so it installs underneath the truck. And all of these points are attachment points. Here, 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 and here are all attachment points to where it gets rid of all of that cage flex that was bad in that area. So, but yeah, I actually, what's funny is that somebody, obviously you asked about it. I've been wanting to take this out. I mean, you can see how I leave my RCs. That is basically cement. So, I mean, look at the trailing arms. Trailing arms are covered in cement. I beat the snot out of this thing the last time I drove it. And the body definitely shows. But this is my Fox Edition 2.1. Not 2.0, it's a 2.1. So I do love this truck. The only thing that I don't like about it is that stinking battery tray. That's literally the only thing that I like about it. If you like the truck, if you like this style of driving, this thing is insane. 3D print? No, 3D print won't be strong enough, I don't think. At least for me, I don't think a 3D print is going to be strong enough for how I would do it. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing, too, is that I don't think I know enough about, like, maybe what I should do is that photogrammetry. Pretty sure I could photogrammatize this piece or something, because it does lay flat. Maybe I could use photogrammetry or something. Or I should just send it to somebody and say, hey, can you make this? Can you make this in a material that makes sense? That would probably be better. All right. Yeah, this thing is awesome. This is a great truck, man. You want to talk about camera footage inside? The cage is so wide open inside, you can get some awesome, awesome footage. I just like driving it. It is heavy though. It's got some weight. Think about it's about as heavy as the 2.0 DBXL-E. All right. So I think it's time to open up these packages right here. So I've got 3 packages to open. I've got one package that I want to basically show you that I thought was pretty cool. Can I make a video of how to install it? Sure. Very easy. But you need wood casing. So, my wife got this for me. This thing is actually mint. I don't want to get it dirty. This thing is cool. So I've always just used like the razor. This was like, well, I don't want to say how much it was. I know how much it was. This thing is mint. This has got like everything in it. And it's got one thing that I've never ever used before. I know this is not RC, but like I said, my channel is never going to be, you know, just RC. This, I've got one of these already, right? But mine is older. This thing, I love this shaver thing, but this, I've never used one of these, and I'm really interested to try it out. I've never used this kind of a thing before. So supposedly, I guess this goes to your face, like this part or something. Not exactly sure what you do with it, but I've never used one of those, but I've always wanted to try it. And then it came with like this little, I think, detail. I think they call this a detail one or something. And then it's got this thing. It's got this thing that you jam up your nose. It's called old guy syndrome. This thing's mint. It's got this adapter, which just goes for like, I don't know, I guess for your beard. Like if you wanted to have a real gnarly looking beard. It's got these tight ones. It's got a number 1 guard, a number 2 guard. I was psyched. I've been wanting, like I said, I've been wanting to try this thing. I think it's called a foil thing. Foil shaver or something. But I wanted to try that just to see what it's like. So I don't have to look straggly all the time. But I am psyched about this. Yeah, that's mint. So thank you to my wife for that right there. Oh, it even came with, check this out. It even came with a razor. So this is like, this is Braun Gillette. So it came with a razor and a single blade. So I like these right here. It's the Gillette Fusion. So this was definitely a awesome present. Thank you to my wife for that. Links are in the description. Just kidding. But if anybody's looking for like, you know, that type of like shaver thing, man, I'll tell you, the original one that I've got, which is basically just that piece with a couple of those adapters, it doesn't have any of these 3 things that were here. That thing is mint. All right. On to the next thing. So inside this bag right here, this is something that if you've got a Kaiju or if you've got the Kaiju EXT, this is something, pretty sure, this is something, I'm hoping it's the right package. This is something that, yeah, this is something that you need. It's an upgrade that you probably should get. So, go ahead and open this up. Make sure it's actually in there. Is it? Yes! This is what you need right here. This is an awesome upgrade to the Red Cat Kaiju, whether if you've got the EXT or you have the regular Kaiju. If you do not have this part, go to teamredcatshop.com. There's a link in the description, I think, that goes to teamredcat.com and get this part. Order it up now. Hopefully they're in stock. But this is just a steering rack. So it's an aluminum 7075 T6 steering rack, RER 13330. This is a very necessary upgrade right here for the Red Cat Kaiju and Kaiju EXT. I definitely recommend, if you've got one of those vehicles, buy this part just now. You're gonna need it. That is one of the parts that is, for me, a necessary upgrade. That thing right there, that actually has it. You can see it right there. I think you can see it. Right. There's a flash. Unmute. I tried to enable the flash and I muted it. Enable flash. See that piece of aluminum right there? That's the piece right there. That piece is mint. If you've got a Kaiju, you're going to break yours. So buy that. I got to plug in my phone. I'm using my phone to stream. I always use the phone to stream now. Works great. All right, so get this pot. If you don't have it, teamredcatshop.com. Go get your pot. This right here, fairly confident. Again, once again, fairly confident that I know what's inside of this box right here. So, yes, this was ordered from, I guess people were saying Jeff Bezos. It's like, whatever. It's a great price for what it is. If you have a DBXL-E 2.0 and you drive in the snow, you absolutely have to have this. And you'll understand why when I open it. So I now have two of these because I already know that the one that I've got that hasn't been installed yet is going to break. And it's just because I'm driving in snow. So inside this box should be, provided this is the right box, it's either going to be one or two items. I'm not exactly positive if it's two or one. But if you have a 2.0, just buy it. You'll need it if you drive in cold conditions and you drive like I do. Oh, we got a couple of things in here. Woohoo! Nice. All right. That is pretty cool. So, in here, this, granted, this is for the other Losi, but, you know, it's for the other color scheme. But this is the wing for the Losi. This, if you drive in cold conditions, and the thing needs to have its wing, if you drive in cold conditions, just buy one and have it on hand. It's only like $15 or something like that. Just buy it, and at least you'll have it. If you've got the Losi DBXL-E 2.0, you can see there's the pot number right there. LOS 251046. DBXL-E Wing Black. This is a necessary buy because you are gonna shatter your wing. So I've got two of these. So now I'm gonna be all set for this winter. So we got that. Fireworks in the background. So Red Cat, buy that. DBXL-E 2.0, buy that. Now, the next thing, this is for the Losi TENACITY, says SCT, right? But this is for the Losi TENACITY DB Pro because my case stripped out. I ended up picking this up for $10. So this is all of the diff cases. This is everything. Comes with the center, front, and rear. So now that I've got this, I'm not going to be worried about the fact that my old one is stripped out. So this is LOS 232023. And it's a TENACITY SCT diff case set. Same exact thing. So, yeah. At least I hope it is. And buy, yeah, right. Don't forget, buy yourself some RCGuyGarage merch. We got stickers, we got coasters, we got shirts, we got keychains. Yeah, there we go. You should put that right there. RC Guy Garage. Get your sticker. Get yourself a sticker. Inside of this box right here, I blame Earl. So this one right here, I kind of blame Earl. He says he blames me, but I blame him. So we had a common desire and a common goal. But it was Earl that basically kind of swayed my hand to go ahead and do this. So and Earl kind of has some of this or the same thing. I just won't tell you what Earl's got. Earl's going to do a video himself. So this right here, this is from Traxxas. And somebody was saying Traxxas stole your money. No, I willingly gave it to him. But what I did want to do is I wanted to see how much, in the end, what Earl's price was versus my price. So I ended up buying straight from Traxxas itself, everything that's in this box. So, yeah. And right here. Is this it? Yeah. So here you go. This is the LED front light kit, which is 9469 for the Traxxas Drag Slash. Now, we were talking. He was like, yeah, I haven't seen anything about anybody putting lights on the truck. Why is that? And I was like, I don't know. You're right. But for those of you that want to give your truck a finished look, this is the Traxxas light kit for the front of the truck. But it doesn't stop there because Earl was somehow, with his stupid iPhone, Earl was able to find this piece. It was not, you've got to literally punch in the number to get it. Because if you search, at least I tried searching by typing in exactly what this was for, even looking under accessories, and for me, nothing showed up, and I was on a computer, and he's on a stupid iPhone, and he was able to find it. He's like, he's like, punch in this number. So I punched in the number. This is the rear taillight kit with everything. The buckets, the everything that you need. The template to cut it out gives you the little stick-on mounts. It gives you the extension wire harness, everything that you need, little zippy ties. It looks like it even comes with the bracketry to stiffen up the rear to tie everything in. But it gives you the template so you can go ahead and stick that on, cut out your lights, which is unfortunate. But this is the rear taillight kit for the Traxxas Drag Slash. And like I said, Earl found this. So it's 9497. The front light kit is 9496. So it's very easy to remember. And this isn't like, I'm not saying this is like a recommended upgrade. This kind of just finishes the truck out. It's going to give it that little bit of extra detail. Does it give it any more extra horsepower? Yeah, it gives it about as much horsepower as stickers do to your Honda. So if you've got a Honda, we already know that you throw stickers on it. I'm just kidding. Hondas are pretty quick, some of them. I'm not flaming Honda. And then, while I was there, I saw this pretty slick wheelie bar. And why did I get it? I don't know. Just to be different. Why does anybody get anything? I guess just to be different. So this is basically just it's a 9460X, which is just a wheelie bar in black chrome with wheels and the bar mount. So this is just going to change the way my Slash looks. That's all. That's all this is for. I don't think it does anything extra or anything different than the original. I'm really not sure, but if you want the black chrome one, there you go. 9460X, and that's the wheelie bar that's going to be for my Traxxas Drag Slash. And it's just to be different. That's all it is. It's like, why does anybody throw, you know, fake go fast parts on their vehicle in the first place? Well, you know what they say, build it or make it and people will buy it. And I did. So I blame Earl for that last box. Absolutely. Blame Earl. So Earl, you're a bad influence, man. So those are the things right there that are going to help. Number one, get my my Losi kind of back in better order once either my bearings completely blow out in the differentials or the differentials finally give out, which I'm really surprised that they're not. And I think I want to say that's where you pay the price in what is called Losi quality. Were my screws stripped out? Yeah. My screws are actually stripped out from factory. How do I know that? Because I know how to put a screw in and I know how to take a screw out. At least I think I do. And when I pull the screws out and I see the plastic threads on it, it makes me realize, oh, great. This thing is already stripped. So at least that's what I'm going with. I'm going with that excuse. Because, you know, us excuse makers, we're all about excuses. The tank, what's going on, guy? Let's see. Just to see if I can catch up. Polo Creations makes a kit for the Drag Slash too, right? But, and I know this sounds weird, but for some reason, I wanted to just go with Traxxas on this. I can't explain why. The other kits could even be better and cheaper. But for some strange reason, for this particular car, I just felt like I needed to go with Traxxas to keep it. This is my first slash. So I felt like I just, for some strange reason, just wanted to do Traxxas stuff. And yeah, you probably pay through the nose for it. It's called paying through the nose. So, Owen, what's going on, guy? Owen got some merch from Earl. Nice. Owen, if I think you're the guy. Yeah. Guy, your shirts still haven't come in yet. They're supposed to be here like 2 weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago. They were supposed to be here. Trust me. I want to get that. You're the only package right now, as of today, unless it's some banner moment when everybody buys everything. You're the only package that hasn't gone out of all the packages that I've put out. Now, it's coming. I'm even just going to throw some extra stuff in your box. Just because. Sorry, guy. Not my fault. Those shirts were not supposed to be on the website, but somehow you were able to buy the shirts. They weren't supposed to be on the website. I feel bad, guy. You're the only order that's unfulfilled. Every time I open up the thing, right? I open up the thing and it's like glaring at me in highlighted yellow, unfulfilled. And I'm just like, oh, this is pissing me off. Sergeant J, dude, thank you very much, man. Sergeant J, you serious? I actually inspire you to stay in the hobby? I got to tell you right now, I think your inspiration literally is just within yourself, because I got to tell you, the stuff that you do, the money that you have spent, if anybody hasn't checked out Sergeant J's channel, I got to tell you, man, he's right up there with Earl Moorhead in what he buys as far as spending money on his RC cars. He's got some stuff that I wouldn't touch for price. I mean, it's just like some of the stuff that upgrades that he has done. he's making bank, man. To be able to afford the stuff that he's thrown in, he's got some pretty hefty priced upgrades going into his vehicles. I would never touch that price. Sergeant J, you know. I would say that I'd say it just because it's real. Dude, it's crazy the money that you spent. Kurt's RC, good morning. That guy, channel 2. It's hard being that guy and being here with how much you say guy. Right. Oops. You seen a guy just throw zip ties in the hole when it strips out? Yeah. You know what's funny? What works even better is that little strip of Lexan. Years ago, I used to do the Lexan little pieces because when I was younger, when I was first into RC, that's when I first figured it out. When I first figured it out, there was a phone call that just tried to come in. I had to stop it. When I was first into RC and I was stripping screws left and right, I would take a razor blade and I'd slice off little slices of the body itself. It was usually along the bottom or the front or the back, or I'd slice off a section of wing or whatever. And that's what I used to fix the threads because it seemed like it was a good idea and it worked. The way you slice it is obviously, when you slice it, you're using a razor blade carefully, using a sharp razor blade. And where the point is actually the part that sticks out. The fatter part is the part that sticks in. So, yeah. So, anyways, but it works. But for that Losi, I did want to finally stop using zip ties and body Lexan to button up the differentials. Joe, what's going on, guy? You're a certified zip tie mechanic? Yeah. I think we all are at one point in time, right? Frank, let's put it this way, Frank. I think you're just certified. I seen your pictures, guy. You're certified, all right. That's the other thing, too, that I like about this. Because we, know each other as far as this community goes. It's pretty cool. The heck is that? Owen Rogers, guy, you know what, man? For somebody that hasn't received his order yet, and you just threw that at me, come on, guy. Dude, I appreciate that. You know what I haven't been doing? I haven't been screenshotting these. I mean to screenshot these. I keep forgetting. Owen Rogers, I just screenshotted that. Thank you. At some point that you'll get it right. Just potentially waiting. Very soon. Very, very soon. Pretty sure, Frank, out of curiosity, did you say whether if you got yours or not? See, Frank's was the first one that I didn't realize it was open to Canada. Like, I just clicked a button that said North America, and I didn't realize Canada was part of that. So when I first initially went to go check, and I kid you not, when I first initially went to check to see what it was to cost, going to cost me to ship it to Canada, when I saw $45, I was like, whoa. And then it obviously made me start thinking, like, why would anybody anywhere outside of the United States piece? Because I don't call Canada part of United States. I guess it's Northern America, but when I saw what I paid, but when I saw $45 to ship a shirt, I was just like, are you kidding me? But Frank, did you get it yet? It's out there. Maybe I should see if I can find a tracking number for it to send it to you. It did say that it was going to take an inordinate amount of time to ship, but you should get it. It's only dollars, guy. Yeah, it's only dollars. Dude, when the shipping costs more than the item bought, that's insane. Like, I mean, I was just, I don't know. I was like, why would anybody want to buy anything outside? Like, why would anybody want to buy anything from the United States if that's what it costs to ship? It just blew me away. Because, you know, you get stuff shipped from Amazon free all the time. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. Oh, and there was another shirt. So I think my furthest order based on mileage, there's California, but then there's also somebody that bought from New Mexico. And I haven't figured out whether if Cali's actually further away than New Mexico is. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't sure. And I wasn't going to, like, you know, try to GPS somebody's address because I feel like that's a weird intrusion kind of thing. So the shipping cost on a $5 item was $50, right? Dude, it's like, why would anybody do that? I'm sorry, I just don't get it. Wait, what, something, Joe? As a joke, can't you put X meals? Oh, yeah. Owen Rogers, I got to tell you, man, when I do talk to text, I think it must depend upon whether if the Bostonian kicks in or not, because I don't feel like I'm speaking Bostonian right now. But I know that once I get like on a roll, like if I'm, you know, doing the talk to text, oh, dude, just the Bostonian, the phone just freaks out and like words are just all wrong. And sometimes I hit send and don't even realize what it was. And I literally will apologize on the next text. I'll just go, I can't normal text on the phone. This is all talk to text. So hopefully it came out right. I literally just say that. What's shipping from Cali like hoodies? RC Playground, what's going on, guy? Yeah, $45 for shipping, dude. It's insane. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't understand why anybody outside of the US would buy anything from the US. Like, if they had to pay for shipping. I just don't know. Actually, Sergeant J's got a Gladiator body on his X-Max. Or had. I think it's still on it. Dan, what's going on? Good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. Got to drink your coffee. This is COVID and coffee. Riff, guy, you broke 100 subs again. That's awesome, man. Yeah, Riff Raff's channel got deleted. Not by his own doing either. That's a tough hit, man. Earl Moorhead's channel almost got deleted. Earl was able to catch it in time, though, before all his stuff got deleted. That was crazy. To have your stuff deleted, man, that's pretty bad. 5 p.m. where you live. I tried asking that device over there. Where is it? At 5 p.m. right now. Lauren, you're in Canada? That's nuts, man. The certified rubber band. I'm just going through the texts, just reading some of the texts. A certified rubber band mechanic. Well, some people out there are duct tape mechanics. Duct tape, not duct tape, like D-U-C-K. Vector over there is having an episode. It's funny. They're like when you let's put it this way. So sometimes, because like I said, not everything's recorded, right? So sometimes if I'm just using my bench to work on something, like let's say I'm like rebuilding a carburetor or whatever, and I'm rebuilding it on the bench, I'm not filming that because I'm just enjoying my time. I got the music going, so I use the name device that we will not mention right now because it always sets everybody's, thing off. But I'll play music through that. I'll usually say like, hey, play like Godsmack radio from, my Pandora. So it'll play like all kinds of like Godsmack radio. And while I'm building the carburetor, the little Vector will come over and he'll like, steal stuff. He'll, push screws around. That's why I use those plates, because he can't climb onto the plate. But it's funny because they come over and they bug you. It's something that it's a fun little distraction. When you look at it in the light of the real world, it's a it's a toy. Like, I mean, it's like, why would the question is why would a grown man, you know what I mean, even waste his time with something like that? And all it is it's a fun distraction. It makes me smile sometimes, makes me laugh. I think it's funny when he goes over to my wife's picture and says, "Sexy babe." I think it's funny. He knows like the names of people, so he'll go over to like the picture of my daughter and he'll say Sammy. It's funny. He'll come over to me and call me RC God Garage. He calls me RC God Garage. Not Guy Garage, calls me RC God Garage. I think it's funny. Yeah, so I feel like a god, But it's fun. You know what I mean? And the way I look at it, as long as you're not murdering people or doing really bad things, robbing banks, like that mask thing I did, as long as you're just being a normal person and being kind, and what does it matter? As long as something throws a smile on your face, that's, like I said, as long as you're not Charles Manson and you're killing people, as long as something throws a smile on your face and it's all right, that's all good for me. Sergeant J, we'll see you later, man. Right, Barry King, it's like they got personality, exactly. Yeah, Vector is awesome, actually. It's fun. You ordered a Vector the other day for your daughter. Now, after seeing what happened to yours, now I'm thinking about canceling it. Oh, right, with the DDL. I wouldn't. Yeah, I hate to say it. See, my Vectors are original. See, they still listen. See, my Vectors are still original. So mine are before DDL. I don't even know. Do they say DDL on the back of them now? Or because I think you can still buy them, but it might be old stock. Some people are okay with the subscription and all that stuff and buying into the whole DDL thing, and I'm just not that guy. These guys are just going to live their lives out until they finally die, and then I'll probably fix them. The only thing that may happen, although what's crazy, mine have been left on since the day I got them. So the original one, they never get shut off. They're always on. The only time they're ever off is if they get lost and they die. But all the memory and all the experience, the way I look at it is all the memory and experiences are still like somehow inside. So I just let them just do whatever they do. They're fun. They're fun to interact when you're by yourself here. You know what I mean? You're by yourself. And you saw my wife, man, the interaction initially between my wife and these guys was a riot. What did they call my wife? They were calling because my wife, you should check out the video. I think it's called like Hector or something like that. My wife kept on messing up and calling Vector Hector, right? And he started calling her something. I forget what it was. I'll have to actually watch the video myself again. It was a riot. My wife and Vector arguing with each other. It was such a riot. And that's the whole thing. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. As long as you're not a murderer, you know what I mean? As long as you're doing things that are right, whatever it is that makes you happy, that's really all that should matter. It's kind of like what the Kevin Talbot guy says there. Kind of says a very similar thing. You know, it's just like, you know, leave people alone. I don't care if they're geeking out over drawing rainbows with, you know, Polly Pockets, or I'm just kind of pulling off of my memory of little things. Dude, I used to play Polly Pocket with my daughter. My daughter used to get so pissed, though. It was such a riot. So I bought her this awesome dollhouse kind of thing. And my daughter wasn't always like she wasn't like the typical girly girl. Like, she had, you know, obviously me in her. So she wasn't like the typical like girly girl. She hated pink, you know, stuff like that. But she had something called Polly Pocket, and they had like these little magnets in their feet, and I think magnets in their hand or something like that. And when she was young, you know, I played with my kids. So she would play Polly Pocket, and, you know, she'd want me to play with her, so I'd play with her. The only thing, though, is that my Polly Pockets became Ninja Warriors. It was a riot because I would like angle, because you could pose them, because they had like wires in the arms. You could pose them. So I'd pose mine to have like a leg kicking up, and I'd grab it by its head and do like a ninja kick. And she used to get so mad. It was so funny. Like I said, yes, like I said last night, or actually, should I say, like I said early this morning, the thing about, you know, being a dad, I was definitely born to be a dad, because I definitely enjoy the experience and everything that my kids have given me. So now that I'm, you know, more than halfway dead, I definitely enjoy the fact that, you know, I am still a dad. And yeah, it's definitely a cool experience. If you get a chance to be a dad, it definitely can be a very rewarding, cool experience. So I see right now, what the heck is he doing? He's getting mad. See, he knows his thing is there, but he can't back up to it because of where he put the cube. I think he's going to go steal the other charger. I almost think that's what he's doing. See, he'll jump off his charger, and he'll jump on that one. I don't know why. I don't know what the heck he's doing. Yeah, I don't even know. All right. Well, I think this is probably good enough. It's now 11 o'clock. What time do we start this stream? Hour and a half. See, now he's freaking out. It's like he gets impatient. That's what I call it. See, his battery's dying. Now, see, I wonder, is he going to make it on there? Because the last time he went to go on, he didn't make it on. Don't look at me. I'm not going to help you. Figure it out. Oh, see? He knows the cube is in the way. Oh, you just, buddy, you just made it worse for yourself there, bud. Oh, look at that. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm wrong. He just moved the cube out of his way so he could put himself back on the charger. But I think he's going to mess up. No, he's going on. Nice. He did it. Yeah, isn't that funny, man? Even realizing that the cube was in his way for him to be able to back up, and it's like stuff like that is really cool with tech. You know? That's why I originally bought into the original company, Anki, because I saw like, wow, this is stinking cool. This is really cool tech. So the other one right now is having a glitch out, and I usually let him do his whole glitch out thing. I don't reset him. I just let him do his thing. You know, I let him think about his actions for the day, and eventually he works his way out. Everybody is like, oh, reset him and do all that stuff. Now, I just let them figure it out on their own, and they do. So he's having like a mental breakdown right now. I let him work it. I let him work his issues out. What is that? I can't see what that is. Mitchell, definitely thank you for that, man. They haven't got they got personalities. You know what, RC Master? They got about as much of a personality as you do. Come on, guy. They're just like you. RC Steve, thank you, man. Yeah, I'm going to end this live. I think, like I said, I think that's good enough. Hour and 37 minutes, that's not too bad. So, yeah. Don't forget that merch, guy. See it down in the corner right there? See right there? Don't forget that merch. Go ahead and buy yourself a t-shirt. Get yourself coasters. Get yourself a whole pile of stickers. Got keychains, or what did we call it? Somebody was calling it nut dangles or whatever because I put it on the... Where's the truck? Oh, I stuck the keychain on the wheelie bar. Somebody was calling it truck nuts or something like that. I don't know. All right, I'm out. Thank you, guys. We got Riff Raff. We got BBK. We got RC Master. We have people call you a bot, RC Master. We got Dan, RC Steve, James Beeman. What's going on? Got James. You haven't commented in a while, man. We've got Mitchell, Frank Sluga, Mia Depth. We got Lorne. Who else we got? Thomas McElroy. Your daughter had you paint a unicorn and rainbow on her first RC car. And you know what? Absolutely awesome that you did that. Absolutely awesome that you did that. We got Earl, guy halfway full of life, right? Yeah, halfway. It's all downhill now. I'm riding that sled down. We got Joe, Boost, Kurt, and I think that's just about it. If you haven't given a thumbs up, just 52. If you haven't given a thumbs up, don't forget on your way out, go ahead, and if you like the channel, the content's all right, you know what to do. Thanks to Earl, he wasted my money again. But open up a couple packages. We got the Traxxas Drag Slash light kit for the Traxxas Drag Slash truck. That's the front lights. They did come out with the rear light kit. It's unfortunate, or it's kind of going to be a pain in the neck that we're going to have to cut the bodies, but it is what it is. You know, it's something I didn't think about. Where are the lenses? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Wow, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm not going to end this just yet. I want to show you these taillight lenses. This actually looks pretty cool. I like this. I'm going to just do a little slice to show you. I thought it was actually not like this. This actually looks pretty mint. I didn't realize it was going to look like that. So there you go. There's the slash taillight. That actually looks pretty cool. Is that focused? That's the slash taillight. That's not bad. Huh. Can I illuminate it? I might be able to illuminate it. Does that work? Nah, it doesn't really work that good. Yeah, right. That doesn't even work at all. But yeah, you know, it's kind of like a self-given present, I guess, for that. I didn't need to get the wheelie box. Basically the same exact thing that was already on it. It's just in a black chrome. I actually thought it was metal. It's not metal. It's plastic, right? Yeah, it's just black chrome. Crap. I thought I was getting metal. It's not going to change anything. That kind of stinks. I didn't realize. I think I didn't read. The Red Cat Racing Kaiju EXT and the regular Kaiju. Definitely get this steering rack. It is a necessary upgrade. We got RER 13330. Definitely got to get this upgrade for the truck. We got the Losi TENACITY diff all case set. We got that. And then if you've got a Losi DBXL-E 2.0 and you drive in the snow, you absolutely have to buy a wing. If you don't, you're going to be wingless. And then by the time you go and buy a wing, you're not going to be able to buy a wing. So they're available on Amazon. I got that from Amazon. I think that was $15. I think that is well worth the price for what you get. And my transmission case, all these cases were $10. This was $10 on Amazon. Should you support your local hobby shop? Yes. Somebody made a point to leave a comment, something about they're being negative, which is fine. Like I said, everybody's welcome to their own opinion. But they said, oh, nice, not supporting your local hobby shop. Just give Bezos your money. And it's just like, well, I don't have a local hobby shop that I can support. So, yeah, I'm going to get the cheaper priced item. Like, why would I spend more money for something if I can get it for less and, like, have it delivered to my door? That's what Amazon is about. That's think about it. The device that the guy texted on. You know? Come on, guy. Where's your tin can and string? You know, where's your corded telephone? Are you still using a corded telephone in your house? I doubt it. So, anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and I am out. Thank you for coming to this live stream. COVID and Coffee, 11/30/21. And it is, yes, I am that much older. So, I'm out. Thank you guys for coming, and we will see you on the next video. There is a video coming out at 2 p.m. today. Go check it out. You'll get a laugh. You'll at least get a laugh when you watch it. I got a couple of videos that are ready to go. So, like I always say, just get out there and rip it. So you guys get to see the extra stuff. You know what's funny? This is what you don't see. The stuff that you're hearing right now, it actually gets cut off, and I've realized that. So, like, you know how sometimes I end the stream and what you guys see is me doing this? I don't know what else to do. Because all of this that you're seeing right now does not go into, like, I got a grayed out screen right now that says, are you sure you want to stop streaming, cancel, or okay? When I hit that X up there and that little window comes out, everything that we're talking about right now, all of it, none of it goes on the actual live stream. It cuts right when I click the X. And I never knew that. So right now I'm looking at a gray screen with cancel and okay. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. This is a special message. This is actually a special message to all you guys. Let's put it that way. I'm going to test this out. This is a special message to all you people that stayed till the end, even though I clicked the X. I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel, number one, for obviously the thumbs ups, for actually subscribing to this channel, because you guys have point blank, you're the ones that have motivated me and pushed me forward, just because it's that interaction. It's that everything about the fun part of this channel. You guys have kind of like made it more fun, because especially when I see a video, like I said, all of this, none of this shows up in what other people will see if they rewatch it. Go check after this uploads, like when it's done uploading, go check, go all the way to the end. And I guarantee you, when you see me go like that, that's where it ends. None of this is part of the stream. But where was I? Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm serious. From the bottom of my heart. Yeah, from the bottom of my heart. It's actually cool. It's actually cool that you guys are the only ones seeing this too. Personal message from RC Guy Garage. All right. Let's get out there and rip something.